unreal, eh?
Isn't he a treat to look at?
Yeah.
Good boy.
That's right. Thank you, buddy. Isn't any? Wow. Wow.
Doesn't he look good?
Unreal. When we got the horse, we always knew he was a really nice horse. The more we worked with him, we knew how special he was. Even just his temperament, even before we even started him. He's one of those horses that never ran a bad race. You know, he would never let you down. Win, lose or draw, he always did his best, which, you know, there's not many horses that might have an off day. He didn't seem to have an off day. You know, he was always very brave, even in defeat. Well, he's a highly intelligent horse and a great horse to do anything with. He never had really a problem with him as far as attitude and things like that. He had that will to win, very competitive, but on the other hand, very laid back. You know, he rested good, he ate good, and I think he saved a lot of energy for when it needed it. He didn't race with earplugs. You know, he'd go from running a quick quarter to relaxing and running whatever quarter you wanted to. So I think that helped him at the end, just his temperament and and he had that great desire to win. I've been going to the races ever since I've been a little boy, and you know, Harold Park. I'm a Sydney boy, and when it came to Sydney, you couldn't wait to see these good horses race that you've heard of, and that sort of was ingrained early days that this was the pinnacle of harness racing. And you know, the concept of 3 heats and the final was a great test of a horse, and you usually get the best horses and the best drivers. We've had a few tries before, and you know, we've had placings, and we ran second in '94 and with an American horse called Ultrajet, he did the bullocking work outside the litter too and just got caught in the line. And I thought, oh well, I'll have a shot again. After 20 years passes by, you think, well, you know, I just mightn't have that chance again. It's our pinnacle of our sport. It was a lifetime ambition. You hope you're going to get a horse good enough, and when I did, it was just, you know, it was unbelievable.
Lennytheshark comes up into 3, Philadelphia Man. Alfred versus Lang, 2 of the greats. Well, Lenny just wanted to get his head up. We're set. He's shaking his head.
The main thing we spoke with Chris before the race was we didn't want to be wide coming the last turn with a lap to go. So we didn't think we'd get the lead off Lover's Delight and Chris Lewis, because he drives Gloucester Park so good, Chris Lewis, and we didn't think that was an option. But we were pretty keen on keeping the breeze, so he sort of, I think he shook off Ian Gurney's horse, and so then it was a matter of like Chris controlling the race from outside the leader. And you know, I was just looking back through the field and seeing the main dangers. I had a feeling Philadelphia Man wasn't 100%. He sort of was probably having issues soundness-wise during the series at the end, and he was going to be one of the main dangers. But I really did think if we had any luck at all, or no bad luck from here, he'd be right in the race. I was still worried about the horse in front, because he was really good through the series.
Waylaiders 1-1. Blackbird 3 back the inside. Philadelphia Man 1 out and 2 back, and probably close enough. My Heart Copy's on the inside, then Liberty Bell mid-through.
But as I said, we didn't want to be handing up, being the 1-1 and having to come out 3 wide with a lap to go. We wanted to, and Chris we wanted to control the race from outside the leader. We knew we had the best horse, and it worked out that way.
Seconds even. He's been beautifully rated, but Lennytheshark is right there. 3rd, Flaming Flutter. 4th, Waylaid 1-1. 5th on the inside is Blackbird, and they're followed by Philadelphia Man. Lang just sitting there.
We were sort of looking, this stage of the race, you're sort of looking for horses that are good finishers, sitting sprinters. At that time, we were pretty confident where everyone was at the time.
Lover's Delight from Lennytheshark on the outside. Flaming Flutter is running third.
And Flaming Flutter was another one we were sort of a little bit worried about in the run because he's such a good sit and sprinter.
My Hard Copy travelling well with nowhere to go. Devendra taken out wider. Liberty Bell mid-through. Avanova racing inside the 550. And it's Lover's Delight, 2.5 metres. Lenny put under pressure.
At this stage of the race, I couldn't see anything coming from back in the field. And I said to someone alongside me, we're either going to win or run second. Halfway around the turn, the two horses going together.
Lover's Delight just in front. Lennytheshark trying to get to him. Then Flaming Flutter. It's Lover's Delight and Lennytheshark stride for stride.
And then here I knew he got his nose in front. Once he had his nose in front, there was no coming back with the other horse, you know. And it was just, yeah, it was a very good feeling, especially with all our family there.
David Aiken, he's about to give Chris Alford a big hug. Josh Aiken, of course, is spending time with the horse along with David Aiken Jr. And Aikie's been dreaming of this moment since he's been a little boy at 8 years of age. He was close a couple of times. And David Aiken, congratulations, mate. You've finally done it.
No, really good. You know, he's just a great horse, and just a privilege to be a part of him, you know.
Emotional, mate. Why wouldn't it be? Because living your dream, not many people get to do it.
No, you know, it's just one of those races, and a very special horse. You know, it's just everything's worked out great, and I'm just relieved, happy, and you know, all my family's here, and couldn't be happier.
Lenny just was beautiful. His temperament was unbelievable. You know, it was just like taking, you know, going away with your best mate, and we just had a ball at all the travelling we did, and we got very close, and everyone that was around him got close to him. You know, we stayed at David Thompson's in Perth, and you know, David and Karen and Meg, they got close to him, and you know, just one of those horses people gravitate to him, especially kids. You know, he's fantastic around kids, and it sort of made the ride so much easier. You know, a very interesting year with like Lenny retiring, Lazarus going overseas, and you know, a few gone by the wayside with injury, and there's horses starting to stand up really good now. The older brigade, younger brigade, and they haven't really raced each other, so that's probably the most exciting thing about the series. There's a lot of unknowns, and we'll know more after the couple of weeks, but really looking forward to it, and good to see the trotters, the Dominion coming back for the trotters. When Lenny retired and Hector wasn't there anymore, we thought we were going to have a pretty slow year as far as the top end, but Raptor's Delight, we're really happy with him, and On the Boss has done a super job. And Audi Hare has really, you know, this time last year was a CO, and he's had a good 12 months, so we're really excited about participating and hope we have some luck.
Harness racing's greatest prize is coming to Melbourne. Lap it up at the 2018 Tab Inter Dominion.